Well, it seems that the actual number of people dying in just Wuhan that we know of is about 200 a day. They're saying the number of deaths greatly exceeds those released by the Chinese regime. Actual numbers could exceed official figures by 10 times, with no less than 200 deaths per day in Wuhan, sources tell us. The Hanko Funeral Crematorium operates 24 hours a day. It has a capacity of 30 cremation furnaces. For example, Hong Kong-based media reported an elderly woman named Li Rong was sent to isolation ward 9 days after getting infected, but died within hours. Her body was immediately sent to this Hankow funeral home for cremation. According to this article, 14 to 20 crematoriums were all operating around the clock. It takes a crematorium on average 1.5 to 3 hours to process a body, so the total number of bodies would be around 200 a day. This article right here actually is telling the people, don't worry, you don't have to pay for the cremation of your family member, because so many people were being outraged. Is this a joke? And they're allowing trade and flights to still continue? Hear that our government, DC in general, only cares about money and not people's lives. And not only that, but sorry, I was at the basketball game and kind of yelling, so I'm a little hoarse. Not only that, but these American U.S. citizens that people risk their lives to go in and get in Wuhan, in China, they're such ungrateful little brats, spoiled American, selfish. I have no words for it. It's embarrassing. You know what they've done? They got over here, did their little thermometer check. Some of them decided to threaten to sue if they were forced to be quarantined. What kind of sick person is this? And if you're listening to my video, if you're one of them, yes, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. You decided to go to China, something occurs, you stay in China. That's how it goes. You don't bring it to another country. You don't come back to your home country after people went in to get you and then act like a spoiled little brat and say you're going to sue because you have to stay on base and oh my gosh, there's no freaking Ubers. You have to be quarantined. It is disgusting. And I hope they don't bring any more people back. It might sound callous, but most of us knew this would occur. Because people are just so entitled. That's how entitled people are. If I was in China and that occurred, I wouldn't even think that, oh, the government is going to come get me. Let alone think that, okay, I'm going to tell them I'll be quarantined, but when I get there, I'm going to tell them that I'm going to sue them and I'll self-quarantine at my home for at least 2 weeks. Because nobody's going to do that. They're not going to do it. They're going to say, oh, nobody's out, I'm going to go to Walmart, or I'm going to go to this store, or I'm going to go to the movies, I'm going to go to the Super Bowl party. That is, there's no words for it. Not only that, the media is acting like, okay, you know, they're gonna be monitored. They all tested negative. That makes no sense, because you can be carrying this virus for at least 2 weeks before showing signs and symptoms and before testing positive. That's how it's working. If we know this, how does the CDC not know this? And then we have crazy people that was on the whatever, I'm with this administration. I was the head doctor of the Obama administration, and I'm saying that people need to just calm down. Calm down? Most people don't even know this is going on. Most people have no idea. But let's get back to what the World Health Organization did. So, yeah, they declared a global emergency. But what did our government do? And what did the World Health Organization? I'm sure their arms were twisted by Goldman Sachs. You know, Goldman Sachs, the ones that the White House is filled with. Goldman Sachs, yeah, that Goldman Sachs. Remember draining the swamp? Remember that? That didn't happen. And you can see that right now, because they care about money over everything. You can see it. If you can't see it, you better wake up. Because they do not care about you. Not the R, not the D, not the person sitting in DC right now. Does not care about you or your children's lives. Think about that. They refuse to shut down trade and travel to China. Italy shut down. Venezuela shut down. But the U.S. refuses to. I thought we had a trade war going on. No, come to find out, Goldman Sachs finally came out and said that the U.S. citizens, us, are actually just paying those tariffs. We're paying them, which we knew would happen. So they put tariffs on the Chinese goods, right? So let's say we were paying $1 for it, and then we put the tariffs on, and we're paying $1.50 for it. They just charge us the extra 50 cents, the American customer. This is insane. If anybody truly wanted to make America great again, you would all be standing up in the streets or calling the White House, calling whoever you have to call to get this shut down. Luckily, we have right now the pilots union that are refusing to fly to China, but they're still being forced to. They're suing, so they don't have to fly to China, which shouldn't even have to happen. It should be cut off. All flights grounded. Not happening. You don't need to go anywhere. They know nothing about this virus yet. And it is spreading so fast. Oh, other great news. Finally, we got some information out by some reliable sources. The crematoriums in China have been going for 24 hours a day. You know what that means? They've been burning bodies without putting them on the actual numbers. So, like we've said, the number of infected people is far, far more than 8,000. It's hundreds of thousands. There's no way they would quarantine 80 million people. I want you to think about this with a logical mind. Why they would quarantine 80 million people for 1,500, 3,000, 7,000, even 10,000. That would be a blip on anybody's even mind. Like, okay, 10,000 people in a city of even 11 million, which is Wuhan. Nobody would even notice. But that's not what's going on. And we see that. We've seen it with the videos that have come out. This is, I mean, honestly, this is ridiculous. And it's ridiculous that people aren't sharing this information, pretending that it's not happening. I mean, is that, like, in your mind, like, oh, this isn't really happening? When doctors are saying, hello, wake up, this is happening, and you need to wake up. People that aren't, bought by the government, they're actually putting out real information, and the mainstream media is trying to smear them. It's amazing. Back to, for those who truly wanted to make America great again, this would be the perfect opportunity. Shut everything down. No more exporting from these countries until things get under control. And guess what? Mom and pop stores can start rebuilding. Do you think that we'll just all die overnight because of China? Will things be more expensive? Absolutely. Will things be harder? Absolutely. But would it make America actually greater again? Yeah, it would. And it would have people working together and helping their neighbors, doing things like that, growing their own food, getting healthier. But that's not concerning our DC psychos. Nope, it's those dollars that aren't even backed by gold. Ask yourself a question. What kind of irresponsible government would allow this to go on? Yeah, China would. They're a communist, psychopathic government. Why is it being allowed in the United States? Why aren't anybody saying anything? Why are you acting like it's not actually happening? This whole time, for months that I've been reporting about this, I've been trying to stay calm for everybody, but apparently people need to be freaked out to actually stand up and do something. What is it going to take? One of your kids to die? One of your grandkids to die? For you to say something? One of your neighbors? What is it going to take? They're hiding the numbers. They're probably hiding the numbers here. They're allowing hundreds of people to fly in every single day from China and let them go on their merry way. Oh, because they're taking their temperature. That's what they're doing. Let's take a look at these articles. People need to wake up. Just wake up. Oh, the Super Bowl's coming up. Oh, Kobe Bryant. Oh, fuck. Sorry, seriously. Kobe Bryant, that's your main concern of life? He's probably not even dead. Wake up. China is cremating bodies in secret to hide true extent of death toll, says new report. China is cremating bodies in secret, suggesting that the official coronavirus death toll is now way too low. Of course it is. A disturbing new report claims the official death toll from coronavirus in China has skyrocketed to 170, with 7,000 cases now reported. Let me tell you, that is more than SARS, and SARS went on for over a year. An increase in 38 deaths and 1,700 cases in just 24 hours. A new report claims that China is cremating bodies in secret. Oh, they keep saying the same thing. Dead man on the street. And this isn't the first one. I've seen many. They're talking about this misinformation spreading all over social media. And they link to an actual doctor, a pathologist, an actual doctor YouTube site. That's how deceptive they are being. They're calling doctors liars. Well, just like that, we've already gone up 50 deaths and 1,000 over 1,000 more cases. But it's no big deal. It's no big deal. I would multiply that by 10. And even, this is William Yang. He is a reporter from China. And he's saying the same thing. Absolutely insane. What's going on in Wuhan right now is going to be here in a few weeks if we don't do something drastic. And for anybody that says, oh, calm down, the CDC has it under control. I had actually somebody put that comment down there. You're crazy. You are crazy to believe such an ignorant lie. There are doctors sounding the warnings. There are doctors in China risking their lives to try to get this information out. They have been put in prison for putting this information out for over a month at least. Doctors and media personalities put in prison for up to 7 or 9 years for reporting on this. You really think it's not that bad? You think that, oh, Trump is just so dumb, like he just doesn't know what's really going on? Is that the excuse you're going to continue using? Are you going to realize that the R and the D don't care about you or me? And we need to take matters into our own hands. Otherwise, we're going to end up like China, boarding up freaking houses, people freaking the hell out because you know it's going to happen. It's on you. Y'all have a wonderful night. Like, share, and subscribe. Maybe share the other videos. Whatever. Seriously, wake up.